And we're joined by Corrine Dolman, the regional lead for the overdose response here in the BC Interior. Tell me about these candles. What do they represent? And what's the purpose of this traveling display?
Yeah, so we have 645 candles in our display to represent the number of people who have died of an overdose from January 2016 to December 2018.
So it really has been 4 years, hasn't it, since this
Right.
this emergence of fentanyl in particular and all these deaths?
Right. So this marks the anniversary, the 3rd-year anniversary of the health emergency that was declared in BC. We're going into the 4th year of a public health emergency for the overdose crisis. I don't think it's particularly bad here in BC as compared to across North America. I actually think we've done probably a better job of declaring an emergency and really focusing and bringing attention to the issues. So I do think that the number of people who are dying of an accidental overdose because of fentanyl is pretty much across North America, but we're really focusing on it here in the Interior and in BC.
So if people see a display like this and it makes the issue front of mind, how does that help?
So we're hoping to do a few things. One is we want to continue to recognize the people who have died and not forget them, but also we want to start a conversation, and part of starting a conversation is to really hope to break down stigma. One of the reasons that people do overdose is they're often alone and they're reluctant to come forward and ask for help.
You lost 2 sons to drug overdoses.
Right.
Tell me about Ryan and Tyler.
Ryan died in 2011 of a combined drug overdose after an accident. He died of respiratory depression. I found him, he was propped up on his bed with his computer on his lap, and he'd fallen asleep and just never woke up. And Tyler, he ruptured his Achilles tendon and had surgery and was given Oxycontin and developed an opioid dependency. And when his brother died, it escalated to heroin. And he was actually one of the first recognized fentanyl overdoses in January of 2016. He had purchased from a dealer, we could see from his cell phone, what he thought was heroin, but there wasn't a grain of heroin in it. It was 100% fentanyl.
People can come down to the health center here and get an naloxone kit if they have somebody in their family who they think might be at risk of an overdose, so they can come down. Naloxone kits are free, and they can keep them and learn how to use them and be prepared if somebody around them overdoses.
So do you feel that we're getting near kind of rounding any corners on this subject, where, you know, there'll come a time in the future where we're not seeing 645 deaths in just a few years?
Yeah, I mean, it still is extraordinarily high, the number of people who are overdosing. We have seen some slight leveling out, particularly in the central Okanagan. I do think the initiatives are helping. I think access to opiate agonist treatments for opiate use disorder like Suboxone and Methadone are making a difference. So I think as we do build a better continuum of substance use services, I do think we'll turn the corner. I think as we break down stigma, and we have services available for people who are interested and want some support, I do think we'll turn a corner, but it's slow and we're not there yet.
Terrific. Corrine Dolman, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you. Take care.
And thank you for watching Kelowna Now.